the dude. I'm pretty sure that's the dude that's in my paperwork right there. With the green on his hoodie. Right there. Behind Brent. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure the dude with the green hoodie, speaking with the black jacket with the green hoodie, that's the dude that is in my court paperwork. I'm pretty sure that's the trail or some shit. He's the one that I went to jail for that night. That was attacking Nick. And then, God bless us! God bless America! You guys are cooks! Yeah! You cooks! God bless America, little boy! I hate that I can't go over there. Ice Tifa. What? Yeah, Richard caused over 160K in damages to the ICE building in 2000 or 2021. Like there's a whole news article somebody sent me about it. They use him. They go around and they find homeless people and they give them drugs and food and money to go and throw rocks at ICE and throw rocks at and destroy shit. Yeah. God bless ICE. She got that look in her eyes. Sorry. They recruit all the homeless and mentally. Yeah. They have cases of beer. They have cases of beer and shit for them, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Very good at pushing their narrative. Yeah, that dude making the shit the other night, that shit was hilarious. You want to come and shine a flashlight in my eyes and then get mad when I do it back? That's on you. I don't care. Yeah, anything American triggers something out there. This is America. This is America. We speak English in America. This is an English-speaking country. Yeah. You guys all make it seem. Yeah, that's for sure. We're deporting all the ones that can't speak English. DEI, deport every illegal. Yes, sir. I can give you that. I need to make a shirt like that. Also, deport every illegal. Let's do it. Flubber's back. Yeah, Flubber, you guys.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Thank you. Like and subscribe.
I got 12,000 people watching right now. We just started, you guys. We just started. We were like, fake Team Lizzo. It's not a compliment, buddy. I've been on the ground day after day. You can look at my browser history. What about you? You can look at my criminal history. Look, what about you? Are you a registered sex offender also, just like all your buddies? Oh, yeah. You guys know my full name. It's not hard to look me up. Yeah, I'll check my hang on, I'll check my my DMs tonight and look for you. Flubber dubber. Oh, she didn't like that, you guys. Yeah. I should have brought the megaphone too, but it's a lot to carry. Sorry. Orca Tifa. SSRI Tifa. Yeah, fake. And you can see the chick in that video say, oh, you should, like, they faked on purpose. You know, that's not what happens.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
God bless America. God bless ICE. Look, they laugh and shake their head when you say God bless America. Those are the type of people that are ruining this country. Those are the type of people that are ruining this country. You are ruining this country. Now we're making it unsafe for illegal aliens, that's for sure. Yes, sir. We're sending them all back. Sending them all back. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of our country, motherfuckers. We don't want you here. Aunt Jemima. I love Aunt Jemima syrup, dude.
Thanks for the like. Thank you for the like.
Producer,
God
shout out
bless ICE.
for the
God
Discord
bless
again.
America.
Everybody who joins the Discord.
Deport your ass. You got to go. I don't care if you're white, black, brown. If you don't love this country, then we don't want you here. If you don't want what's best for this country, then we don't want you here.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you.
They call each other comrades and shit. Oh, look at this trigger Democrat. Trigger Democrat. We love ICE, you know? I know you want to fuck every dude you see, but I don't think ICE gets down like that.
Yeah, good one.
Pussy boy! Pussy boy! Pussy boy! You can totally tell. Even the cops were like, yeah, they knew it was bullshit. Even if it was real, there's nothing they can do about it. That motherfucker stuck that shit in my eyes first. You want to have a flashlight war? I'm going to win. Especially if you claim to have seizures.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you.
She might be in one of those blow-up dolls over there. Yeah, I don't see the chicken guy out here. I think we had an eventful day. Yep. Not just Mary's out here too. Yeah, queer Latifah. Queer Latifah. Yeah, they don't flop like that. Yeah, it was totally fake. Even I know that.
Sorry about that.
Exclamation point, Sam.
Yes, sir. God bless America. Yes, sir. Oh, look, there's the chick that got.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
And got bear-based and cried like a little bitch.
Discussions that go on in there.
This is a Christian mission. That's a fact. It's Mr. Krabs. It's Mr. Krabs, you guys.
You got him.
Hey, Mr. Krabs, should you be under the sea?
I appreciate everybody who joined this.
Oh, they're all lady boys. You guys are all lady boys. No testosterone.
Brain would be a nice thing.
Yeah, shit. That's what's making them crazy. Dudes taking fucking estrogen and shit. Stop taking estrogen if you're a man. That shit is gonna make you retarded. It already has. Yeah.
Hey, Kelly. Scored.
I can't breathe. Oh, shit, that's yeah.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Just because you call your mom a dog.
The diversity of thought, the better, because we'll actually have conversations with.
Space.
Yeah.
All lives matter, that's for sure. God bless ICE, guys. Go show your love for ICE, please. Show those patriots some love.
Actually, no.
Yeah, they got the UPS, the USPS locked off. Look, they've been posted already. Look, I used to work for Rapid Response. And they're posted. So they're gonna have to leave. They're gonna have to clean this shit up, and they're gonna get swept again for sure.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
So they put that up, and then I think they have like 3 days, or they give them a date that they have to be out by.
MAGA, baby.
They'll come out here and clear it themselves. Latifah. Latifah. That don't come out right. Yeah. Oh, you guys are fascists, so that's why we're out here. And just because you call yourself Antifa doesn't make you anti-fascist. What they're doing is completely fascist. They have beat up journalists.
Thanks for the like. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for joining in.
Because they don't agree. No, I've been out here for more than 2 weeks now, and I've been attacked more than 10 times in that 2 weeks. By Antifa thugs, by these thugs. Yeah. You've been brainwashed. You got to stop watching MSNBC and local news. You've been here during the day? I don't believe that. God bless There's no talking to people like this that don't want to think for themselves. Nah, you don't. You just watch MSNBC and all these mainstream medias and you just go by what they say. God bless ICE. God bless ICE. God bless ICE. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. Look at you,
How we doing, Jake?
Thanks for joining in.
Storm the building. You ready?
Storm the building. I'm not coming. Because. What's wrong, Jake?
Trump freed Palestine. What are you guys talking about? And now Hamas is publicly executing people in Palestine because Israel has moved out.
Who said that? Who said that?
Trump freed
The
Palestine.
cop said that?
You guys can't cry that shit no more.
Are they watching my show?
No, I didn't fuck your wife. Or I didn't fuck your mom. Or I didn't fuck your family members. Does your mom identify as a Dalmatian?
Peace to everybody.
The cop?
The same look they all have.
The cop said
Same
that?
eyes. Same eyes. What the fuck is that shit? Gas mask shit. They think we want their donations. We need their donations. Oh shit. Oh man, don't start with that shit.
Thanks for joining in.
Every country has border laws, lady. Every country has border laws. Why should we be different? I know, right? Deport her. Not you. These people are not helping the community. They're terrorizing the community.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
Veterans and broke their shoulders in wheelchairs from these buildings just because they're wearing a veteran hat. We're here to get our voices heard and let these people know they're not going to go unopposed. Yeah. I was attacked for over 20 minutes until I defended myself. No. She comes out during the day when they're all dancing and shit, but then she don't know what's really happening.
Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it.
I've been attacked just for voicing my love for ICE.
Deunta from Rockford.
That's not
Name's
fashion.
Deunta.
What is. She's definitely drunk or on her SSRIs. I can tell by your eyes that you are definitely on SSRIs. That's for sure. You definitely take. Yeah, you got the
been here
real
longer
eyes,
than
that's
you.
for sure. Yep.
Captain Caveman,
You guys
becoming a
all
member.
have the same look in guys. You guys all have that same file. There's no kindness behind those eyes. If you support what these guys are doing to ICE every night, then there's no, you don't have kindness.
Hi, Ditto. How you doing? Appreciate it.
You guys celebrated when they killed Charlie Kirk. You guys clown and laugh. Are you serious? Nobody celebrated Charlie Kirk's death? Did you just say that in front of 15,000 people? That nobody celebrated Charlie Kirk's death? Are you serious trying to gaslight me? These people have said it hundreds of times.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
Tons of people. These people celebrate it every night. They clown and laugh and point and say he got what he deserved every night. That's
Another for sure.
no, he was. You are insane. If you thought Charlie Kirk was an evil person, he was the best one of us. He cared about God, love, and family and country. You've never watched a single one of his full videos. You only watch little clips that these people fucking post, and you take your opinions from that. No, you don't, because if you watch anything of Charlie Kirk's, the full clips, you would know that he was one of the greatest person. He was the greatest of us. He was the greatest out of all of us. There's no comparison to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is why we're out. And you saying, your rhetoric saying that he's vile and that he was hateful is absolutely fucking insane.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe.
It's insane for you to say that. Nah, it's public. Don't do it. No, hell no.
Do you think you're there? I don't know, maybe 20. You think 20?
Nah, this is America. We have the First Amendment right to support whatever. There's 14,000, almost 15,000 people watching right now. I'm not deleting my shit. Oh man, these people make me so fucking frustrated. We're out here for Charlie. Charlie was the best. Charlie was the president. They hated his words. He never said anything hateful. They just think what they don't like is hate speech. Bro, it makes me so like it frustrates me to the fullest. No, she's just these people are vile, dude. Yeah, the face and eyes tell you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. Yeah. She said nobody celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. That's insane.
Dude, I know a lot of reporters who that is their voice all the time. It's weird.
Yeah, because the majority of people in this country have hearts, and they don't celebrate an innocent man being murdered in front of millions of people. A beloved man.
Yeah. I know a lot of
I
people.
wonder how you guys think all these young people that are coming out that are supporting Charlie Kirk, and it's going to turn this whole country into
Yeah, right.
They wanted to shut down Charlie Kirk's message. They wanted to shut down his goal in life, and all they did was make it 100 times bigger, guys.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Thank you.
It's not shutting. That's not a way to shut anything down.
Tell Andrew.
She's so ignorant, you guys. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Get one on Amazon for like $30. They probably do like 1 or 2 days shipping.
Don't they have like a
Oh yeah, definitely go. Yes, he is. Appreciate that. Yes, he is. That's what I voted for. Common sense back in the office.
Big show, the bitch. Man, that shit frustrated me. That shit frustrated the shit out of me. Blank darkness. They say they have love in their heart, but we all know.
Yep. Got the red one too.
Not for anybody that doesn't agree with what they think. Yeah. That type of people that spout that shit. That's the type of shit that got Charlie killed. It's that fucking ridiculous rhetoric that he was hateful and racist and homophobic. No, he wasn't any of that. He wanted everybody to come to Christ and love their families and have fathers in the homes and no abortion, no child sacrifice. You know, that's all he ever wanted. That's all he ever wanted. That's not hateful or mean or any of that, you know? It's not any of that. God bless ICE! God bless ICE!
That is your duty. Arrest ICE. Shut down the detention center. Free the people. And
It's crazy how these people out here. They should be at home somewhere, man.
She's still grabbing.
They had on costumes and shit. It's just crazy.
And to get rid of the fetus that has died on its own, you need an abortion.
No, that's not an abortion. If the baby's already dead, it's not an abortion. It's not an abortion if the baby's already dead. No, it's not. It's stillborn. It's not the same. An abortion is the ending of a life. An abortion is the ending
Adoption.
of a life.
Adoption.
Yes.
Yeah, no way.
Trust me, I have. An abortion ends a human life every single time. It's common sense. It's in the words. Abortion ends life. If the life is already dead and they're moving, it's an ectopic pregnancy. That's totally different than
Can't make
abortion.
these. Yeah.
Totally different. The baby's already dead. If you keep it in there, then the woman is still.
Thanks for joining in.
Yes, that's where the baby is outside of the womb. Yeah.
So you're like walking to the post office.
The baby. Fetus
Yeah,
means
these
baby.
fuckers. Cook County.
Fetus means life starts at conception. You guys love to advocate for child murder. It's absolutely insane.
Leave the kids alone.
Absolutely insane. You guys kill millions and millions of babies
And,
having
I
women's
don't know
wombs
recently,
every year. Insane. That is murder every single time. There's no medical necessity
Broadview.
besides ectopic
They're not
pregnancies or
there
something like
to
that
do
to kill a
anything but
baby.
their job.
Thank you for the like. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Planned Parenthood was specifically designated for black neighborhoods.
These guys.
The woman who founded it. Oh man, you don't know what you're talking
Just don't
about
do
at all.
anything. Like somebody could like block and shoot me. These guys.
Abortion's bad.
That's not
guys.
battery. That's not battery.
I'm totally against abortion.
Yeah. It's actually not battery.
Yeah, I got 14,000.
Actually, just disorderly conduct.
It goes by so fast. They love it out here.
That's what they said to me today. Like they were following me around doing megaphones in my ears, and I'm like, I like went over to by the cops.
How many cats do you own?
So you're harassing me. You keep doing it.
You
They
own
stop,
cats?
and I'm filming the cops interacting with the protesters.
Just my chat just wanted to
The
know.
cop goes, "Hey, don't."
How many abortions have you
And
had?
I'm like,
How
"What are
many
you talking
children?
about? I'm just documenting."
Have you
He's like, "You're agitated."
Why do you support child sacrifice?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
to say patience. How many children have you ripped out of women's wombs?
Yeah. Oh, they
What's wrong with her eyes?
Exactly.
15K, you guys, running it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Fetus is just
Yeah.
a small baby.
Yeah, they won't let me over there. They're like, show
So
you.
you're killing a human. Human killing the baby.
Literally, you know where my credentials are from? It's you put a lot of these credentials
Yep.
from. Print them on Amazon, dude. Like,
Okay. That's all it took?
Yeah.
That's all it took?
yeah.
They don't
Unless it's
know.
like a government
A
building.
woman is somebody who identifies as a woman. Yeah. The DNC is not the same as an abortion. It's already a dead fetus inside you. It's already a dead baby. They have to remove it, you know?
I think I reversed it on this. Hello? Oh, it's gotta
Thanks
be-
for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching.
Hey, you're.
She says she's a doctor, but I highly doubt it. She's not a doctor. Doctors know. Doctors
I see
know
you.
that life starts at conception. Of course she left. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're totally good.
Pure evil. When I was younger, I lost a baby to a miscarriage, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with. I couldn't imagine somebody purposefully going in and dismembering their baby just because they don't want the responsibility after they took the action
Oh, sorry.
to get in that situation. You know? I just can't imagine it.
All right, Lance.
Yeah. We got footprints and handprints of my stillborn baby. I was locked up at the time, unfortunately, but it was one of the hardest times I've gone through. You know, it was because there was nothing I could do. You know, I was locked up. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't be there. You know, it's a terrible feeling, and the girl I was with, I mean, I can't imagine what it was like for her also, you know? I don't know yet. I'm sure she'll show up. She showed up the other night. Yeah, I'm sure she'll show up.
Oh, wait.
Just go take the stroll. I'll record while you go. Yeah. Oh, you have anything American flag, they're going to be like, oh, shit. He loves America. He must be one of them Trump supporters.
Dude, I am. I guess we are. I guess what I'm the
Trantifa.
What else did he say?
Oh, the black dude. I haven't seen him out here tonight.
I got the pictures of that.
Yeah, pervert snipes. It's crazy. He used a fake ID, you guys, to go into a high school when he was 27 years old and harmed a 14-year-old girl.
Wow.
No species.
Yeah, and he wants to act all tough. And he's a literal sexual predator. Yeah, when he was sneaking into high school. Yeah, pathetic. Yeah, and then they're best friends with him. A literal registered sex offender.
Oh, that's the big common thing on this work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
They just got TDS so bad that they can't help it. Yeah, she probably recommends Tylenol while they're pregnant and all that shit.
No, she recommends it.
Yeah. Pull-out method. Instead of taking responsibility for your actions and owning up and taking care of a beautiful child, they just want to just get rid of it like it's birth control, which is absolutely insane. There's so much birth control and so many ways to not get pregnant, but yet they want to just end babies' lives because they're irresponsible. Where did she go? Where did she go? She came down here. Yeah, I'm a mission. In process, you need to stop it. You abort that mission. Nah, I know what the dude looks like that had the rock. If I see him, I call him out, and we'll because there's an active case against him. So we will call PD. That's for sure, because he deserves to go to jail for what he did to Wes. I don't know where she went. Can you get out this way? Can you get out this way? I don't know. Yeah, he pretended to be 16. Convicted. He took a plea, you guys. Like if he claims that he had to, he claims that it was a setup and all this dumb shit. If you get set up for something as disgusting as that, and you know for a fact you didn't do that disgusting act, there's no way that you're going to plead guilty to a crime like that unless you know you did it and you know there's evidence and you're going to go to jail. Oh, they know they're nasty. You know, you like, I don't care. I'm taking it all the way to the box. and I'm fighting it to the fullest. In fact, no. Yeah, I was wondering where she went. She disappeared. I don't know where she went that way and disappeared. Yeah. Yeah, there's no exit that way, so I don't know where she went. Yep. She transformed into a lizard and is scurrying through the grass like the reptile she is.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. White liberal women are the death of America. Yeah. These people try to say, oh, I wish I was aborted. Well, if you did, then why don't you just abort yourself? Yeah, the best part of them ran down the crack of their mom's ass. Let's go, Trump. Christ is king. This is a Christian country. There is no God for you, baby. There is no God for you because you guys are evil, vile Satanists. Satanists. The power of Christ compels you. We need the holy water out here, you guys. Oh, maybe I could use the fart spray as holy water. Self-abort if they support abortion so much. No, it's so high up, dude. It's so high up.
thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe.
Damn,
Thank
I
you.
need a gripper. I need a gripper because it's hanging off the edge, so it'd be easy to pull off. If I could just get up there. There's another one on that stop sign over there. There's another one. Yeah, no. After she assaulted me and the cops watched her do it, she took off that way in between them. She didn't go back that way. She took off that way and just went in the middle of all these terrorists, and they hit her. You know, I heard the cops saying that they think she might have jumped a fence to get away.
Some of these protesters don't even live in these areas.
Yeah,
That's crazy how
stay
they
away
travel
from me. I got COVID. Yeah, don't
to
be
cause
scared.
chaos. They travel to cause chaos. That's crazy.
Where's the little guy up there to get it? We don't have no little guys here yet. We need Benjamin Button. They're playing the Macarena right now, you guys. Ocean's on his way. We love Ocean. Shout out Ocean. If you're not following Ocean Plot on X and YouTube, you should go follow him. He's doing great out here. He does great interviews. He's gotten quite a few of the residents right here and what's happened to them. So if you're not following Ocean Plot, go follow him. He's doing great work out here too. He's actually able to go up and have conversations with them. They hate me so much that they won't talk to me like they do with him. Any and all donations are greatly appreciated, not expected, but greatly appreciated. No, I feel bad for the people that live here. I mean, the ones that don't support what's happening, because honestly, there's quite a few people in this building that support what these people are doing. Hey, what else? I was talking about you. How you doing? Hey, wait. Ocean Pop made it. Let's go. I was just talking about him. Oh, shit. Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. He does a lot of good stuff out here. Yeah, Loud Square. I reposted on my ex. Oh, yeah. I'll be there at 11 waiting for people to show up for sure. I'll be there as soon as I'm able. Yeah, I have a couple extra MAGA hats. Somebody asked me for a MAGA hat. I have a couple extra, so I'm gonna bring them. And flags, and all that stuff. So it's gonna be a good day, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah, he's been down here with me a lot.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you.
Krusty the Crab, what are you doing, bro? We're gaslighting America. We know you guys are violent. I won't be here for much longer. Speak up. Speak up, I can't hear you. Crab Tifa. Crabifa. Crab Tifa, Crabifa. Same shit, right? I'm being safe. They're a JJ, guys. They're only tough in big groups. And they don't have enough of the violent Antifa out here yet. It's not late enough. It's only 7 o'clock. Action will probably start around 10, 9, 10. That's when it'll start getting cray-cray out here. Oh, shit. Hey, Queepers, what you doing? Yeah, I rage bait the shit out of these people. I'm not doing it for money, you guys. I'm doing it because to show these people what's happening out here and show you how easy it is to trigger these people into violence with words. Climax TV, shout out Climax TV. We love you guys. I love all you guys. Thank you for restreaming what's happening out here. Look at Splubbers, guys. Splubbers. Splubbers back. Splubbers here. She is back. Look at that shit. Wearing the same thing as yesterday. Shaquifa. I meant to call Tommy 2.0 today.
I'm gonna switch it up on you guys right quick. Check out.
Instead. But I'm gonna text him tonight. I don't know when his court date is, but I'm sure he does have a court date. Stains running up the back of those khakis. I can see the flies swarming from her behind.
Before we get to some news stories, let's do this. Ray's Leftovers. I hope they're funny. Okay, it's Leftovers where I read the jokes we didn't use this week, and as always, it's my first time reading them. So they suck. We'll make Joe Mackey play strip poker with Governor Pritzker. Speaking of, Pritzker is still defending himself after reporting $1.4 million in gambling winnings. In his defense, he thinks that a fellow gambler said, "I bet you can't eat that whole cow," proclaiming he's only a high roller when he's pushed down a hill. Wow. There was a big debate Thursday night between New York City mayoral
How you doing, Kelly?
Andrew Cuomo,
Thanks for joining in.
Mamdani, and Curtis Sliwa. Those have to be the worst three options since the time I woke
Like
up
and
with
subscribe.
the Jonas Brothers. he said he wants to provide job opportunities for prostitutes. In fact, he already chose his prostitution czar. California's disgraced gubernatorial candidate Katie Porter admits that she could have handled things better. She wasn't referring to that disastrous TV interview, but when she fumbled her roast turkey into the toilet. Don't eat on the toilet. Actress Cheryl Hines made a contentious appearance on The View this week. True, it was the only case where RFK Jr. actually mandated a vaccine for his wife against rabies. Nice. Scientists have discovered a stem cell treatment that could create new dental growth. Although one man has argued for less teeth. Wow. Even the panelists are upset by that. Don Lemon is calling for black and brown people to arm themselves against ICE. When reached for comment, black and brown people said, "Who's Don Lemon?"
Damn.
Democrat Virginia AG candidate Jay Jones says he's deeply sorry about the text he sent wishing murder on his opponent. But one Democrat told him, "That was just a rookie mistake. You never put that stuff in writing." According to FBC filings, Rashida Tlaib spent $35,000
like and
on
subscribe.
limo
Thank you.
services. Yeah, turns out limo was the name of her waxer. John Bolton has finally been indicted for allegedly sharing classified info through his AOL account. Wow. He was traced back to his AOL screen name, Thigh Tickler 69. Research suggests that using Ozempic might slow the rate of alcohol intoxication. So doctors recommend not to take Ozempic if you're going to have sex with a fat person. It's one of my favorite jokes. Think about it. I don't want any mercy applause. 83-year-old Joy Behar revealed she gets Botox to improve her appearance. Don't laugh. This was her before. So easy.
Yes, Greg Gutfield.
A New Jersey high school canceled its homecoming dance due to low interest among students. It was a bummer for one man who already purchased his tux.
It's news/comedy.
After taking medication, a nonverbal autistic boy began speaking and immediately started complaining. Well, you complain too if they gave you this haircut.
Thanks for joining in, Terry. Like and subscribe.
Finally, a woman has a new podcast where she interviews everyone she ever slept with. Well, that's one way to avoid booking Brian Kilmeade. Yeah.
I'm on iHeartRadio, Spotify.
So on Wednesday, Jimmy Kimmel told his crowd that there's no chaos in Portland, Chicago, or LA. So let's congratulate Jimmy on telling his first joke ever.
Antifa is just short for anti-fascist. It's not a club you can join. There are no membership dues, but they have matching signs. There's no chaos in Portland. None. There is no chaos in Chicago. There was no chaos in Los Angeles. They're pretending there's chaos
This guy's a
as
joke.
a pretense
Literally.
for military takeover.
There was chaos.
It's funny. Kimmel also said the American Revolution was a no kings rally. Not to be confused with his show, which is a no laps rally. So, as he says all this, the feds announced they're bringing Antifa-related terrorism charges in the July 4th attack on an ICE facility in Texas. The grand jury indicted alleged Antifa members for providing material support for terrorism and attempted murder after ambushing officers at the detention center. So is Antifa real? Yeah, I guess they don't have a union or a 401k. But I don't think ISIS or Hezbollah had a human resources department either. None of them had corporate handbooks. But you know who did? Yeah, Antifa. Look at that. And that's Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison. I know what you're thinking. What happened to Minnesota, huh? You thought tampons in the boys' bathroom were bad. Wait till you see the Molotov cocktails. Tim Walz, Ilhan Omar, and this guy, was Jeffrey Dahmer not on the ballot? But I guess if you're a Democrat, you could deny anything. And really, if it weren't for denial, what could you laugh at? Over on Colbert, Bette Midler serenaded Steve with a song so awful, Trump might want to shoot himself in the ear.
It must have been cold here at the Late Show.
Thanks for the like. Appreciate
Despite
that.
the high ratings and awards, did you ever know that you're my Frodo? You stand for what's right with wit and class. Thank you. And I'll hold you high as the great eagles, 'cause you never kissed the orange eye.
Give it up for Weird Al Yankovic. Wow. Strong feelings. But this is what Kimmel and Colbert have become, a cross between C-SPAN and drag queen Hezbollah. They're like a guy at the bar who heard last call but won't leave. Because what's waiting back in the real
right. She used to be funny, not now. She
the late night has been
got
an
old,
airbrush, star-studded
became a
version
liberal.
of Trump derangement for a while. But with the flurry of Trump's successes and the mental anguish those wins caused his critics,
Thanks for joining
the
in.
terrain became more and more inhospitable to viewers.
Like and subscribe.
Who'd rather get a good night's sleep than watch Colbert and Kimmel prove that men can menstruate.
What?
When your only bit is Trump bad, you're no longer late night, you're just a shut-in with a house band. Meanwhile, back in the real world, mostly peaceful turned into mostly police reports. When a person is murdered by someone with 40 priors, Democrats blame mental illness, and they're right. It's crazy. These cities keep voting for Democrats.
Oh, that's funny.
These assholes are softer on crime
old
than
men
Cory Booker's
fighting over
junk at a
shampoo.
Victoria's
Oh, wow.
Secret show. But that's late night. Elites telling you chaos is a myth while armed security walks them to their cars. It's the recipe for modern extremism from Kimmel to Zoran. You ever wonder why our extremists seem more extreme than in the Middle East? Where factions actually engage with Trump and cooperate, they even chant Trump's name, yet our Rodeo Drive radicals still despise him. That's because beliefs flourish when separated from real-world consequences. They might preach compassion.
Okay, that was weird. Sorry about that.
But their distance from reality desensitizes them to actual suffering. Their targets of hate become abstract enemies.
What the heck is going on? It's not me.
While real threats are dismissed. So they do this shtick every night, even as the guy they despise pulled off the impossible, getting every...
What the heck?
Ever since they killed Epstein, people have been bored, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And the rich people, when you're rich,
Thanks for
it's
staying
like
with
when
me.
you go to a
Appreciate it.
movie,
Yeah,
you know, you're gonna go watch Barbie.
yeah. Well, that's a recent reference. Good for you.
Thank you. Very touched.
Thank you.
You appreciate it. Oppenheimer.
Thanks for the like. Thanks for subscribing.
That is the same year as Barbie.
Greg, what are you gonna do? Go watch the Joy Luck Club?
Nice.
These people need to have more activities.
Yes, like what?
That's why politics is fun.
So politics is their activity.
Yeah, sure.
That's an interesting. You know what? I never looked at it that way.
Yeah, something to do. Gets you out of the house.
I feel like after saying that, you should tell me that that's it for our hour, and I'll see you next week at the same time.
Is that a Judge Hirsch reference?
Yes. He was the shrink in Ordinary People.
Oh, yeah. Who's the one? Is it Donald Sutherland who he did something he wasn't wearing any pants?
Animal House. My God. You're
Wow.
that is incredible.
It's a game.
Yeah. Michael, where do you think Kimmel is getting his info from? Is it like one spot? Because remember what he said about Charlie Kirk?
Sure.
And he says I think it's from all one, like a Substack blog.
I think Kimmel isn't wrong.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's chaos in these cities because it's by design.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at what's happening in London, the people who are protesting, who are the native British people, are the ones getting arrested, whereas people who do horrible things to children are they look the other way.
Yeah.
So this isn't chaos that it can't be stopped overnight. Look at New York. We know how to stop crime here. When you had de Blasio and then you had, you're going to have Ramdani, God help you people.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same kind of nightmare, but it's not chaotic.
Thanks for
This is a
joining
choice
in.
because
Like and
then people
subscribe.
get scared, they're disarmed, and they need government to protect them and take care of them. This is very much by design. And I apologize for my tinfoil hat, but I don't think anyone here disputes that.
Well, you know what? The best example is what happened when the Chinese officials came to San
That's
Francisco.
exactly right.
Yeah, and it was like they could just stop everything overnight. They cleaned up the streets, and then once the Chinese people left, it was back to chaos. So you're right, it's not chaos.
It's not chaos in the slightest. And what's going to be, that's where he gets his ideas from. All these people cross-pollinate. You have the New York Times, you have the late-night talk shows, you have, Substacks and blogs. It's all of this ecosystem. And it's very pernicious because it's kind of insulated against any sort of reality. And thankfully, Americans repudiated very heavily in the last election.
Amen, Andrew. How are you? Do you have any sympathy for them for having to do this kind of content as Trump strikes a huge peace deal? It's like, what do you do?
Well, they don't have to do the content. So I don't really have the sympathy. I mean, but they only know this kind of one narrative of lying, right? And it's like, don't believe what you see. It's the ultimate flip. What's right is wrong. What's wrong is right, etc. Like Antifa's not real, even though we see their book right there.
Summer history. Thanks for joining in.
Doesn't wear a diaper, right? Like we hear the crinkle on live TV. We know
We
that's
hear the
happening.
crinkle.
But to get to the bottom of it, it's a distinct crinkle. We all know this. We have kids. Those of us who do. And
Thanks for joining in.
the thing
Appreciate
is
it.
that it's wordplay, right? So it's like, Antifa doesn't exist by the definition of what defines an organization.
Yeah.
You see, and then they get you sucked into the word, and then you start thinking about it. You're like, well, it's this intellectual exercise, but let's come up with another name for it then. Fine, it's not Antifa, but all the people that are creating all of this chaos, what is it? I came up with a couple terms for what we could call it, right? Sure, here we go. How about the Masked Baristas Union? Right? Maybe the Participation Trophy Militia.
Nice.
Occupy everything except jobs. There's that one, right? So let's just come up. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. Well done. Kat, do you have any neat little titles?
No.
All right. What did you think of Bette Midler talking about his high ratings?
Yeah.
Wasn't it kind of like sad? Because she's like, that was like a kind of like a little it was like a retirement party. And she wrote a little song for the retirement party. And then afterwards, somebody gives him a watch and a cake.
Yes. I also think it's kind of... in some
Randy,
ways,
thanks
it's
for
kind of hard to
subscribing.
remember
Appreciate it,
politics
Randy.
Before Trump.
Yeah.
Because it's been happening so long because there was a president in the middle. Well, there was a president in the middle.
Yeah.
How much presidenting he actually did, I think very little. But it's been going on for so
How you doing,
long.
Mike?
It's hard to remember how it was before.
Thanks for joining
but
in.
It's not going to be forever. There's a few more years, and then we're going to have a different president. And I don't know what.
Thanks for the
these
like.
people
Thanks for the
do
like.
at this
Thanks for
point.
joining in. Appreciate
at that
it.
point, rather.
You're talking in 2032 when Trump is done.
Right?
Man, you keep slinging red meat like that, I'm gonna get iron poisoning. But it's true. It's like it's if you get so stuck on one thing, doesn't matter what the thing is. It's clear this is clearly their thing. But if you get stuck on one thing and that's your lens, it's not just that it hurts other people, it hurts you the most because it stunts your creativity. We become so obsessed with one thing. You're like, okay, well, I have to.
Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna make it about Trump now, rather than like just there's so much other stuff going on in the world. But if that's like your thing, you can't think. You physically can't see anything else.
Yeah, go to see a new movie like Schindler's List.
I got that in the queue.
You know what else is interesting? It's been years since Hocus Pocus is out, but Bette Midler's still in her witch outfit. Put up a picture.
I'm trying to come back with something, but I don't think I've ever seen a Bette Midler movie. Oh, well.
Beaches?
What'd you say? Witches?
Beaches.
Beaches? Are you kidding?
No.
Why? What is that?
Yours are beneath my wings.
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about Bette Midler.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I'm done then. Up next, Porky Pritzker gets lucky.
If you'll be in the New York area and would like tickets to see Gutfeld, go to foxnews.com/Gutfeld and click on the link to join our studio audience.
As a neurologist, my patients are often concerned with age-related memory decline. I recommend.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe.
High absorption ingredients, clinically shown to improve memory, focus, attention, and more. Qunol, the brand I trust.
Everyone's been asking Dr. David Jeremiah the same question. If we're going to spend eternity in heaven, shouldn't we know more about it? That's exactly why he wrote The Promise of Heaven. In this groundbreaking new book, Dr. Jeremiah unveils the mysteries of eternity and reveals 31 compelling reasons to be excited about your eternal home. He answers the most personal questions people have about heaven, rarely addressed elsewhere.
It's not my goal to make everybody smarter about heaven. It's my goal to take as many people to heaven as I can. I want you to know how wonderful heaven is because I want you to be there and enjoy the blessings that God has prepared for those who love him.
If you've ever wondered what comes next, if you've longed for something more, Dr. Jeremiah is here to tell you that what God has promised is far more wonderful than you've ever imagined. The Promise of Heaven by New York Times bestselling author and pastor, Dr. David Jeremiah. Available now at promiseofheaven.com and wherever books are sold.
Healthy aging support starts here with the innovative nitric oxide science pioneered by Human, supporting your body from the heart out through circulation, blood flow, blood pressure, and energy. Results you can feel, science you can trust. Get started today at livehuman.com.
It's the Lumber Liquidators October flash sale with our biggest discounts of the season. Laminate flooring from 59 cents a square foot. Porlux waterproof flooring now 99 cents a square foot. Find crazy low deals online or in store. Ends October 21st. LumberLiquidators.com.
Your home is your happy place until you come back to bad odors. Use Febreze plug-in. It has a microchip that alternates between 2 scents to fight odors and provide freshness for up to 50 days. Try Febreze Plug.
My name is Marie, and I am a young woman with cancer. I was unfortunately diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer.
1 in 3 people in the U.S. will get that devastating diagnosis. But your monthly gift today helps fund the cancer research that saves people's lives.
It's a huge community of people who are undergoing really scary things.
Help turn fear into hope.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, God is good. Yes, he is, man.
How the president is fulfilling his campaign promises. Eric Trump reacts.
Yes, he is.
Tom Cotton weighs in on the challenges with China. Sunday on One Nation.
You know, at Leaf Filter, we're proud to say we have millions of satisfied customers. Hey, there's one right now. And another. Leaf Filter stops needles, acorns, leaves, and more. No louvers, no openings, nowhere for debris to get in at all. I guess with thread like that, it's only natural to have fans. Apparently a lot of fans. Apparently a whole lot of fans. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
Don't stay too late.
I'll try.
Friday night, closing the books. Just a few more hours. That's not true. $120 for what? Gonna need some coffee. Who authorized this? Did we pay this twice? Well, hello.
Hello. Did Ram just auto-code all the invoices? All the receipts are here. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. Love closing the books on time. Ram. Love finance.
How does the world's most trusted dog expert keep his own dog so healthy?
I am Cesar Milan. In my 20 years rehabilitating dogs, I've seen too many struggle with health problems that no amount of training could fix. Then I discovered it wasn't the dog, it was their food. Fortunately, I found veterinarian Dr. Marty's anti-kibble breakthrough.
Nature's Blend is packed with whole foods that are freeze-dried, locking in nutrients.
I saw remarkable improvements in my dogs within weeks.
Try Dr. Marty risk-free for 90 days. Plus, get a free gift when you call or visit drmartypets.com/Caesar.
A story in 5 words.
J.B. Pritzker's Big Fat Gamble. Michael, Illinois tub of goo. J.B. Pritzker won $1.4 million from playing blackjack in Las Vegas, according to tax filings released by his campaign. It was explained at a presser Thursday. Wow.
Yep, God is good. I quit drinking.
Vacation with my wife, with some friends. I was
42. I'll be 43 the next month, November the 10th.
Ahead, frankly, going to a casino anywhere. It was in Las Vegas, and I like to play cards, and so that I founded a charitable poker match here in Chicago called the Chicago Poker Challenge that has raised millions of dollars for the Holocaust Museum here.
Finished 2 terms. Every single other Democratic governor in the history of Illinois has resigned or went to jail or died before the end of their 2nd term.
Wow.
So he's on the verge of making real history, including the first president since Taft to get stuck in a bathtub.
Damn.
That'd be great. You'd have to walk around in a bathtub. Andrew, do you think he likes to gamble for the buffets? That could be the reason.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe.
That's a really good point. And that's also a hard one to follow up. There's not enough plexiglass in the world to stop that sneeze from growing. I'll tell you that much. But here's the thing. I'm a gambler. Just going to let you know right now. I'm a blackjack guy. I'll tell you exactly what happens so we can put this all to bed. He's sitting at the table, right? Probably losing a ton. And he's probably lost a ton in the past. Everyone's like, why didn't he claim his losses? Because who claims their losses when you're a billionaire, first of all? His wife texts him, where are you? You said you'd be up in the room 30 minutes ago. He's sitting there with probably $250,000 in $5,000 chips. He throws it all in, right? Gets 2 8s. Splits the 8s. Gets another 8. Splits them, 2 3s, double down. Dealer shows 5, busts. That's $1.4 million right there. Then everyone starts going crazy because he won so much, and he's like, oh, shoot, I got to claim this. That's what happens. I mean, and I know it's not fun and exciting and funny, but that's just the truth. Sometimes the truth can be enthralling. I mean,
yeah, he lost the ton. He's got 3 more to go.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you.
Kat, who can play with that kind of money? Does it bother you that this guy is like making millions?
Do you think that I have even the slightest understanding of blackjack?
Have you ever gambled?
Well, not in the traditional sense. I've gambled a lot, but I've never been.
There was that time you played Russian roulette with the Motley Crue roadies.
It's just like I don't like whatever you just said. I have no idea what you said.
I don't either.
It could have been in a completely different language. I have no idea. I feel like that's a lot of money, but isn't he like a bajillionaire through no work of his own? So that's like no money to him. So especially because he's not rich because of his own work. So he probably doesn't think about how much money he spent because he's never been without it.
Yeah.
But I also feel like there's got to be someone there that remembers it, right? Like if that, let me ask you, Mr. Blackjack Man, if someone won that much at a table and you were there, would you remember it?
That's the point I'm making. Is everyone was probably screaming.
Yeah. I don't know enough about gambling, but that's a lot of money to a lot of people, but to him, he probably has outfits that are that expensive.
Well, yeah, just by the fabric alone.
I knew you were going to say that.
Man.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe.
David, your nickname in college was the Gambler.
That's right.
Yeah, because you always hated Kenny Rogers.
What?
No, Greg, it was.
I just came up with that. I'm so happy.
Yeah, biblical reference, Greg.
Kenny Rogers. Good.
You got me finally.
So can you address this topic? But
how he did it?
Yeah, but link it to a contemporary film.
No, I don't know how to. I'll tell you how he did it though.
Okay.
He used the same system he has at Krispy Kreme. He just lays 100 on the counter and says, "Hit me." The crowd loves it. The crowd. I do it for the people.
You do it for the people. All right, up next, sex with ChatGPT.
Sensodyne is our first line of defense against sensitivity. When people are experiencing sensitivity, they're experiencing an exposed layer of the tooth. Sensodyne helps by creating a protective barrier on those exposed areas. I love Sensodyne because it works.
Alka-Seltzer Plus Gold with 3 fizzy chews. Chew, fizz, feel better fast. No water needed. Alka-Seltzer Plus fizzy chews.
I fell in love with skiing at 5. Before I knew what pressure felt like. Before I thought I had to be perfect to be enough. I thought strength was pushing past limits, ignoring pain and myself. But real strength, it's here, in giving myself permission to recover. I spent years training my body to compete with the best. But to win gold, I've learned some of the most important training happens when I sleep. Sattva unlocks the superpower of restorative sleep.
I will say it does appear better down in that general area. I mean, they
growing snack.
watched on numerous lives of the National Guard and them cleaning up the parks.
Can now easily download and forge one document, apply one fake notary stamp,
I'm not saying
file it with a
homelessness
reporter,
is a crime.
just like that. The
I have
property
actually
has
sold
been
spot for
taken
people
out
that
of your
are
name.
homeless.
Then they borrow
But
against
they
your
were,
home,
getting rid of the
using
homeless
your
and
equity.
getting them out of that area. They ended up going, hopefully they get help now, treatment,
This
and a
is the
place,
story
a
of
warm
one
place.
who knows that being ready
They
for
were
the
trying to get the
unexpected
homeless because homeless
comes from having a heart.
it was an issue. Again, I have a soft spot for homeless people. People struggle. Struggle is real. When in DC, for years, they would just let a lot of homeless people just all over the bench there, just laying on the sidewalk, on the benches. I don't think that's good. It's just not a good look. A lot of crime happens in these homeless camps amongst each other, arguments, drugs, things like that. They cleaned it up. It appears. Once you go outside a little bit, outside that DuPont circle, you go outside, going towards Maryland on the Maryland side. Yeah, it's still rocking and rolling. I do believe, and I would walk around there at night. Neither should you. Now I'll walk around down in Pennsylvania at night. It's beautiful. At night. I think the buildings in Washington, D.C. is amazing. Walk around at night. I do it down there.
How you doing, bro?
Baltimore? No way. Yo, I almost died in Baltimore. I did true crime. I did a story.
You talking about when Biden was around? They fought the cocaine with Biden?
Freddie Gray. Remember Freddie
With Kamala
Gray?
Harris when they was in office?
Case in Baltimore? Well, that was literally in no-go zone. And I was doing a report. They literally chased me out of there. Thought I was going to die. They literally chased me out of there. It's crazy. Freddie Gray. Remember Freddie Gray?
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe.
They caused a massive riot in Baltimore. They were in the streets there, and they burnt the CBS down. It's crazy. I won't go back to Baltimore. We're also monitoring what's going on with Chicago and just all the cities. St. Louis is a charm at night. I wouldn't go around St. Louis at night. I wouldn't go around New Orleans at night either.
outside that French French Quarter area. But even the French Quarter is wild on weekends. I wouldn't walk around New Orleans at night. Memphis, yeah. Chicago, no. Minneapolis, no. Don't go to Minneapolis right now. No. Not at night. Not at night. San Francisco, no. No, don't go to San Francisco at night. No. St. Louis, no. Newark, New Jersey, no. Camden, New Jersey, no. Chester, Pennsylvania, no. Philadelphia, outside Center City, no.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe.
The entire road is closed. We got an officer involved shooting here. Yums carry out. All right, what do we got here? I'm looking at some of the images here. Could be in front of a check cashing place too around there. It might be at either Yums Carryout or a check cashing place. Check cashing, debit cards, and pay bills. Might be a check cashing place.
Damn.
Or Yums Carryout. That's what it seems like. I mean, but if someone did some shooting around there, if it was somebody else, there's cameras everywhere in that general area.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe.
Cameras everywhere. Portland, Oregon at night, down by the Ice Center. I wouldn't go out there. No. Certain places in Seattle at night. No. Tampa's pretty safe. I'm in Tampa. I do a lot of Tampa stuff at night sometimes by the waterfront. It's all right.
I live in Chicago. Right. I live in Rockford now.
But it's sad that in America, we're at to the point where there's some places there is no go zones. Oh, what we got? Asian victims, witnesses, Asian victims. Yums Carryout. I knew it. Crime scene tape in front of Yums Carryout. It's like a Chinese restaurant. Yums Carryout, open. Maybe they're witnesses, victims. What? Yums Carryout. Yums Carryout. What is Yums Carryout?
That's crazy.
You know, it's so bad in some of these Chinese restaurants in cities. Seriously, you don't have no interaction with when you buy your food. They're literally behind like how you go to a bank and they got the plexiglass and the little slot there. They do the same thing. A lot of these Chinese restaurants in the cities. You don't have no human interaction with the person. It's behind the glass. You make your order and they put you things through a slot, kind of like a bank. That's how you get your food. They don't want no problems with nobody. They don't want to deal with anybody. Yums Carryout, Washington, D.C. Oh, it looks like it got some good food there. Asian, Chinese, steak, soup, sandwiches, salad, seafood, noodles, Asian fusion. This appears to be the victims here. Yums Carryout. 3943 Minnesota Avenue. Business hours. They're open 11. What time they open to tonight? They're open up all night. It appears they're open up all night on Friday and Saturday nights. all night. Monday through Thursday, 10 to 11 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10:30 or 11:30 a.m. They're open. Looks like they're open Friday and Saturday nights all night. Callie Bell, thank you for being here. Yeah, it might be Yum's Carryout. Welcome to Yum's Carryout, where you can experience a variety of authentic Chinese food in a comfort atmosphere with our friendly service. To start off with an appetizer, we have apple pie, shrimp, egg rolls, fried wontons. We also offer pork, shrimp sandwich, and dessert. Sounds yummy. I'm hungry. Probably somebody in there went in the fool. Probably if it was the Chinese shop. I love myself some Chinese food. Sesame chicken. Sesame chicken. Lo mein. I don't know. It's not pretty. I don't know how somebody can eat this late. It's coming from work. You get some good food, right? People hang out.
Thanks for joining in. Like and
People
subscribe.
go to a Chinese restaurant late at night to get something to eat. I like Denny's. Diner. Denny's. Remember Denny's? I don't even have any Denny's around here anymore. What happened to Denny's? Yeah, I mean, I could go for some Chinese.
Yeah, you just can catch a fucking
Folks, if you're in the
wow.
chat, welcome. Tomorrow, tomorrow we'll be here bright and early for the No Kings protest. I'm sure there'll be some feeds in Washington, D.C. We're already aware of multiple different feeds. Looks like it's going to be pretty active starting in the morning and progressing through the day. I'm very worried tomorrow night, considering some of the rhetoric I've been seeing online with Antifa talking about dress in black, make sure you have burner phones, make sure you
That's crazy. Antifa didn't exist. They thought it didn't exist. No,
I don't know. I'll get
crazy.
the actual. Hold on. I'll get the actual what their instructions. They have instruction, but I do think it could get violent in some of these cities. Maybe New York City or maybe Washington D.C. I keep saying New York City. Washington D.C. Because the reason why I say that is No Kings protest is really centered around the far left. Going to be out there tomorrow.
We voted for Trump.
Radical left.
We didn't
Be out
select
there tomorrow for the
Trump.
No Kings protest. And in D.C.,
What's wrong with these
there
people?
is an Antifa stronghold in D.C. For real. They're out there. They're talking about no names, no phones, wear black clothes you never worn before, wear masks, gloves, utilize the military guys in your ranks. So they're giving instructions. Coordinate movements accordingly. They're giving instructions about tomorrow. No Kings. Could be a done. Do we really have a king in this country? What are you protesting?
You funny, bro. You funny.
Woo. So we are live in Washington, D.C. It is a major crime scene here where they got the entire road cut off with numerous federal agencies. I've been hearing that Washington, D.C. is pretty safe. Is this the response to some sort of craziness? To show, hey, we got this situation under control. The FBI, ATF, HSI at the scene. Yum's carrying. Federal agencies respond to a shooting. They say crime is going down. Washington, So there was an article that came out yesterday. DC reassesses public safety a month after end of federal takeover. Weeks after a heightened federal presence on the city streets that ended, DC is navigating the challenge of maintaining public. So National Guard is gone. The 30 days is up. I didn't know when they were officially left. Thought they were possibly still there. They're gone. Weeks after a heightened federal presence on city streets ended in DC, they're navigating the challenge of maintaining public safety with limited resources as the federal government shutdown continues to strain local law enforcement. The month-long federal takeover, which included the National Guard units and federal agents deployed to assist the Metropolitan Police Department, is over.
They protesting that orange cloud. Really? No, they not.
Local police are back in charge, but stretched thin amid federal paid freezes and furloughs.
And Antifa been around when Black Lives Matter was around, out there tripping, burning shit, tearing up shit.
New numbers from DC police show arrests.
Not in their neighborhoods. That's the crazy part. They doing everybody else's neighborhoods, but they own. Come on, man.
Mostly for immigration or encampment cases rather than violent crime.
They're trying to keep everybody moving forward, and that's sad.
Goes on to say violent offenses fell nearly
These
in
damn
half
liberals
compared
want
to
to keep
last
all.
year. Though the short window and ongoing shutdown make long-term trends unclear. Significant drops were seen in October compared to September. Assaults with a dangerous weapon fell from 80 to 39. Robberies dropped from 94 to 41. Motor vehicle thefts and thefts from autos also declined. The DC jail population surged 10%.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe.
New numbers from Metropolitan Police Department show violent crime is down sharply across the city. Year-to-date, homicides have dropped by 25%, robberies by more than a third, and sexual assaults by nearly 40%. DC
Thanks for the like.
homicides,
Thanks for the like.
1 year ago, up to this date, it was 150. Now they're down to 113. Robbery cases in 2024, 1,674. Right now, 1,095. Where's Pamela Smith? Where's the chief? Total violent crime, they're saying, is down.
Thanks for joining in.
Come on in, JLR investigates. Washington, D.C. shooting. Looks like it's right by a Chinese restaurant. So, by the way, there has been, might be having an issue with crime-wise in reference to like assaults on federal agents. Could have some little bit of jury nullification in the DC area. The grand juries there are not indicting people that attack federal agents. It's a growing trend. That is a growing trend. Got to keep our eyes out on jury nullification. Which could be a growing problem nationwide. I think it's a problem nationwide, personally. So when criminals do get arrested, they don't get indicted, or a jury finds them not guilty in these cities, because they feel sorry for them, or they feel like have sympathy for them, or they feel like, oh, what they did, even though it's a crime, it's justified. Jury nullification is a major problem in this country, and I think it's going to continue to grow. Shooting, Washington, D.C. A lot of people in the chat tonight, thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate you. As we navigate these streets together across America. Yeah, red silk, sympathy. Some of these jurors are very sympathetic towards these defendants. And in that case, vote no to indict. There was a case in point, see if I can find a female that was accused of assaulting a federal agent. Grand jury refused to indict her multiple times, and then they went with the judge without the indictment, and she was found not guilty. Let me see if I can find that case. What is her name?
Thanks for joining in again. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate
Woman
it.
accused, here, right here in this case.
DeuntaRantsRavesPodcastShow
Woman, DC, Washington, D.C. woman accused of assaulting agent during ICE encounter, found not guilty. Prosecutors have alleged that a woman by the name of Sydney Reed kicked a federal agent during an altercation outside a D.C. jail in July. She was filming immigration and customs enforcement officers while they were detaining a man who'd just been released from jail. They tried, the U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia tried 3 times to indict her on felony assault charges, but D.C. grand juries declined to return an indictment each time. A highly unusual occurrence that just suggested the flimsiness of the government's case. No, I think it's jury nullification. After failing to indict her 3 times, prosecutors end up trying her on a misdemeanor charge of assaulting a federal agent. But they couldn't even win that case. That jury deliberated less than 2 hours
Ultra
before
mega,
returning
baby.
a verdict of not guilty. Or was it a flimsy case? I think it's jury nullification first. Personally. So is anyone planning on going out and marching in the streets in the chat? Anyone feel like there's a king in this country and no kings tomorrow or what? Going out there?
The man was voted in, not
Be
selected.
safe out there.
That's crazy.
Be safe.
Won by a
Only
landslide.
takes one knucklehead. Only takes one person. We'll be covering it though. I think DC is going to be a hot spot. I think Chicago's going to be a hot spot. I think we had a poll in our last live when we were covering the Chicago chaos. It was chaos this morning in Chicago. That was chaos.
Slavery days, man. It's just 2025, man. I'm not a slave. You're not a slave. My grandma, 97 years old. When she was picking cotton, she wasn't a slave. It was a job. Stop with this bullshit,
let
man.
all the criminals out of the jails there.
I know you voted for Kamala Harris, didn't you?
There. But we had a poll up,
Camel
and our
toe.
poll was like, where's it going to be biggest No Kings protest? And the majority of the poll,
Oh, you voted for Sleepy Joe.
Chicago's going to be big, and I think it's going to be big. But I think New York City is going to be the biggest. Why? It's that kind of base there.
Like and subscribe.
Plus, you got a possibly new mayor coming in that's kind of aligning with the No King protesters, right? The new mayor's coming in. He has probably a 90%. He has like a 90% chance of winning this mayor.
Thanks for the like. Thank you.
Plus, you got millions and millions more people in New York City than any other city. I think New York City is going to be the biggest of this no kings. New York City. But the majority of the poll that we had Chicago. And I do think Chicago's going to be big too. Reason why is Pritzker and Brandon Johnson are encouraging people to come out.
Straight insurrection bullshit.
Now, there'll be a no
crazy
kings protest in like Portland, Seattle. That's going to be like hardcore Antifa. That's like they're coming out to fight. Mixed in with the crowd. They're coming out to fight. They're coming out for anarchy and craziness. Oh, our feed dropped.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big
Oh, our feed went away. What happened?
I'm Cass Carlson alongside Luke.
Oh, we were just getting started. I don't know what else. Let me just do a brief look here. We're just getting started, folks. What happened to the feed? I wanted to see if they were giving a press conference. Let me just look one more time here. Stay with me. I didn't know
bro. The ones they grabbed them out of either didn't have their documentation together, or they all was criminals, rapists,
for real,
pedophiles. Come on, man. Do your research.
Went away. So we don't know the outcome of this, but at least we got to talk a little bit this evening, talk about crime. Hey, Suez, thank you.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
Suez. Folks, wherever you're at around the world,
like and subscribe.
Hear all people's opinions.
Name's Deunta.
Be safe out there. We all might not agree on things, but we don't want to see anyone get hurt. We don't want to see anyone get hurt. I don't want to see law enforcement get hurt. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Be safe out there. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow. If anything else breaks on this, I'll put something in the description.
What are you talking about,
Brown?
Brown?
Video, and bright and early we'll be doing No Kings. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit that sub-like notification button. Be safe. We'll talk soon. Have a safe Friday. JLR Magnolia Investigates. We'll talk soon.
Now, yesterday, the White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt called out Democrats for their unwavering allegiance.
Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it.
Radical wing of the Democratic Party. Take a look.
The Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. That is who the Democrat Party is catering to, not the Trump administration and not the White House and not the Republican Party, who is standing up for law-abiding Americans, not just across the country, but around the world.
Now, these comments prompted this unhinged meltdown from the House Minority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries. Take a look.
You got Caroline Leavitt, who's sick. She's out of control. And I'm not
Timu
sure
Obama.
She's just demented, ignorant, stone cold liar, or all of the above. But the notion that an official White House spokesperson would say that the Democratic Party consists of terrorists, violent criminals, and undocumented immigrants, this makes no sense. That this is what the American people are getting from the Trump administration in the middle of a shutdown.
It's y'all fault.
Time now for a White House press briefing with White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. I just have a funny feeling you might want to respond to all of this.
I sure would, Sean, and
Thanks
thank you
for joining
for
in,
giving me
E.
the opportunity to do so. Look, Hakeem Jeffries is simply lashing out because he knows that I am telling the truth about the modern-day Democrat Party. What I said, and it is a fact, is that the Democrat Party caters more to pro-Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. And let me walk Hakeem through the facts of that statement. When it comes to pro-Hamas terrorists, it was Hakeem's House Democrat caucus that voted against a resolution condemning the October 7th attack on Israel. It was Hakeem Jeffries' Democrat caucus that supported and encouraged the pro-Hamas protests that ravaged college campuses and engaged in illegal harassment of Jewish students across the United States of America under Joe Biden's administration. When it comes to illegal aliens, the American people know the truth about that. The Democrats allowed them to flood our country. Why? Because they view that constituency as their future voters. And when it comes to violent criminals, look at what the Democrats support in terms of crime. Soft on crime policies like cashless bail, like letting violent criminals out back into the streets so they can recommit violent offenses against law-abiding American citizens. The Democrat Party puts Americans last. That's why they overwhelmingly lost the election to President Trump and the Republican Party, and that's why they're holding this country hostage right now from law-abiding, tax-paying American citizens who want the government to be open. So Hakeem Jeffries should stop calling me names. He should stop trying to fight my boss, President Trump, and he should go back to doing what he was elected to do, the business of the American people in Congress, and encourage Senate Democrats to open the government. And I see Hakeem Jeffries saying House Republicans are out. They're not even here. Yeah, because they did their jobs and they passed a clean continuing resolution at the behest of President Trump to keep the government open. And now Senate Democrats and Chuck Schumer are blocking that to fight Donald Trump. And it's despicable.
Okay, I want to set the record straight here because he lied in what he's saying, and Democrats have been lying about this as well. And I watched you one day at the podium, and you laid out the facts. They are demanding $1.5 trillion in new spending to keep the government open for 7 weeks. Wow, that's a lot of money. Included in that money, $200 billion, health care for illegals.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining in.
Of COVID subsidies for people well above the poverty level that was meant to be temporary in the first place. They want to fund NPR, PBS, all these DEI, initiatives around the world. Or they're not going to open the government. They're not going to let our military get paid. They're not going to let Homeland Security officials that are working get paid. That's where we are. And meanwhile, Republicans will fund the government at current levels while they negotiate new budgets. Because they're just flat out lying. So, we're not funding illegal immigrants. Yes, they are.
They are. Their continuing resolution that they proposed to keep the government open included a poison pill that would have undone what President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill did, which is to restrict illegal aliens from receiving Medicaid benefits. President Trump fixed that in the One Big Beautiful Bill, and Democrats want to take it away because they want these taxpayer-funded benefits to continue to go to illegal aliens in our country. This has been done for the past 4 years under the Biden administration, and the American people roundly rejected it. And you hear AOC, who is apparently the new leader of the Democrat Party in that CNN town hall, say to a concerned American when that American asked, "Do you want my taxpayer-funded benefits going to illegals?" She said, "That's a Republican talking point. Those aren't the real issues Americans are facing." That is a lie. If you look at what happened under the Biden administration, real Americans, elderly citizens, were facing an increase in wait times at hospitals and emergency care centers.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe. Thank you.
Last in line. And illegal aliens were getting that care and that treatment first. And when illegal aliens get medical treatment in this country, who's paying for it? The American taxpayer. Well, not anymore under the Trump administration. That's why this administration is focused on deporting illegal aliens who violate our nation's laws. And we're going to protect the rights and the benefits of tax-paying, law-abiding American citizens.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about world peace. The president has invested a lot of time, political resources, energy into world peace. Congo, Rwanda, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Israel, Iraq, and I can go India, Pakistan, I can go on and on. We had this historic deal with the hostages were finally released, which was great. Now we see Hamas radicals that are indicating they don't want peace. They're killing innocent Palestinians. The president has said, if you keep it up and you don't keep the terms of the agreement, you will be obliterated. Zelensky was at the White House today, and that on the heels of a phone call with Vladimir Putin and an appointment apparently to meet once again. I think probably the word tomahawks might have gotten Putin's attention. Can you give us an update on both of those situations?
Sure. Well, first of all, Sean,
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
How hard President Trump is working in the pursuit of peace, not just here in our own country, on the homeland, in the domestic front, but around the world. The president started the week flying to Israel and Egypt, came back within 36 hours to honor Charlie Kirk at the Medal of Freedom ceremony in the White House. And then the next day, he spends 3 hours on the phone with President Putin trying to bring this war to an end. The following day, today, we had President Zelensky at the White House, and the president had a 3-hour-long meeting with him in the cabinet room. And in both of these conversations with both Putin and Zelensky, they were cordial, but very frank. And the president of the United States has said to both sides of this war, this has been going on for far too long. Far too many innocent people have been killed. And the United States of America is growing very weary and tired of this war. Enough is enough. Both sides need to recognize the reality on the ground right now and come to a peace agreement, because President Trump's patience and the patience of the American people is growing very thin with this war. And so he was very frank and direct, but President Trump will never
Thanks for the like. Appreciate it.
We saw that come to a resolution with the peace deal in Israel and in Gaza, with the beautiful release of the hostages. That was another promise made and promise kept by President Trump, and it cannot be overstated how hard the president and the incredible national security team, Special Envoy Witkoff, Vice President Vance, Secretary of State Rubio, Secretary Hegseth, our Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, there's so many behind the scenes as well, who have worked so hard, but especially the president, who literally does not sleep and works around the clock in the pursuit of peace. And he will continue to do that with respect to Russia and Ukraine, just like he has with Israel and Gaza. And he truly believes that there can be a real chance for an everlasting peace in the Middle East. And you saw Arab leaders and European leaders from around the world gathering in Egypt with the president and thanking him for this historic accomplishment. It's a new dawn in the Middle East, and we hope that can be true as well with Russia and Ukraine, and the president is working very hard on that.
We could all hope for that. I mean, what a noble goal. You mentioned patience, and I'm thinking, I don't know how you have the patience to deal with the state-run legacy media mob every day. I would not be able to keep my cool. You're very good at it. So I think that makes it a pretty hard job. Caroline, we appreciate your time. Thank you for being with us. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most
Thanks for joining in. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, yeah, some more stuff. About an hour ago.
And welcome to Hannity. And following yesterday's indictment, this morning, former National Security Advisor John Bolton pled not guilty to 18 counts of mishandling and sharing classified information. We've got the very latest coming up in just a moment. Also, during last night's New York City mayoral debate, both Andrew Cuomo and communist Marxist Mamdani refused to say they would support New York Governor Kathy Hochul's bid for re-election. This is big news. Take a look.
Show of hands. Who supports Kathy Hochul for re-election? It's a decision that should be made after.
Thanks for the likes. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it.
It was Cuomo. He's the one that selected Hochul to be his running mate, and Hochul just endorsed commie Marxist Mamdani for mayor. Now, Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, considered by many to be a real challenger to Hochul next November. She will join us coming up. Also, the ICE protests across the country have somehow now gotten...
Why are they dressed like that?
bizarre.
Come on, man.
You decide.
These people are bored. It's not even Halloween yet. Come on, Grandma.
All right, we have a lot lot more on that coming up. And by the way, we will preview the No Kings protesting weekend that's happening all over the country. God help us. But first,
He was
this
voted,
week,
not
President Trump
selected.
showed
What's
you,
going
the
on with these
American
people?
and the world what true leadership really looks like. Take a look at some of the best moments from what was an extraordinary and busy week. Take a look.
Over the past 2 years, I've met many of the families of the Israelis taken hostage and those that were taken hostage. Unbelievable. I've looked into their eyes. I've seen the worst nightmares of their suffering, but I've also seen something else, the beautiful love of the people, the love of people, frankly, that hold things together, the love that gives you the courage to carry on through thousands of years of persecution and repression. This is the day that people across the region and around the world have been working, striving, hoping, and praying for. Together we've achieved what everybody said was impossible at long last.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe.
Middle East, and it's a very simple expression, peace in the Middle East, and we've heard it for many years, but nobody thought it could ever get there, and now we're there. In his final moments, Charlie testified to the greatness of America and to the glory of our Savior, with whom he now rests in heaven. He fought for free speech, religious liberty, strong borders, and a very strong and proud America. In everything he did, he put America first.
Now, fresh off the heels of securing one of the most improbable and historic peace deals in modern history, President Trump hosted the Ukrainian President Zelensky at the White House today. He signaled progress towards yet another historic peace agreement, this time between Ukraine and Russia. Take a listen.
We had a big call yesterday, as you know, with President Putin, and we'll be talking about it. President Zelensky of Ukraine has endured a lot. I mean, he really has. He's endured a lot, and we've endured it with him. To be honest, it's been a long time, and I think we're making great progress. So we're going to be talking.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe.
What took place yesterday with my phone call with President Putin, and I think that things are coming along pretty well.
And while speaking with reporters, the president also issued a very strong warning to Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro. Take a look.
It has been reported that Maduro offered everything in his country, all the natural resources. He even recorded a message to you in English recently, offering mediation. What should we do to stop that?
He has offered everything. He's offered everything. You're right. You know why? Because he doesn't want to f around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.
I think that was a pretty clear, unambiguous message. But while President Trump shows what true leadership and strength actually looks like, Democrats, they continue embarrassing themselves with one bizarre stunt after another. Take a look at Radical Squad member AOC and Grandpa Bernie and their town hall this week on fake news, CNN.
Do you think that taxpayers should be paying for the medical care of immigrants that are in the country illegally?
Thanks for the like. Thanks for the like.
Well, we already know, and this is a common lie that Republicans have been repeating. We're sick of leaders who only want to spend their time talking about that instead of talking about real issues that affect our lives. Instead of talking about healthcare, instead of talking about wages, instead of talking about having air that's drinkable. I mean, air that's breathable and water.
Oh, wow. AOC is tripping.
Tell me, you think it's a good idea to give $1 trillion in tax breaks to the richest people in the country and then make massive cuts to healthcare for working class people?
I think Chuck Schumer has voted for continuing resolutions 13 times in the last 4 years, and he has the opportunity to vote for one again, but he's refusing to come to the table.
Look.
You know what this country looked like before the EPA?
Thanks for the like. Thanks for the like.
Rivers in rural areas were on fire because of corporations poisoning the people who lived in those areas.
Are you saying that Senator Schumer should not be worried about a primary challenge from you?
I mean, no.
Let me jump in on this one. This is
what we're talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
This is what we're
to have a
talking
country
about.
that is falling apart.
There is your leadership of the modern, radical, extreme Democratic Socialist Party. Democrats now have repeatedly voted against reopening the government. By the way, they don't even want to help fund the military, as they have now refused literally to cave in on their insane demands.
That's
$1.5 trillion, refund NPR, refund PBS, $200 billion for healthcare for illegals. By the way, something that President Trump told our own Fox News' Maria Bartiromo. It's a huge mistake. They may want to pay attention. Take a look.
Chuck is, at the end of the line. He's being beaten by everybody that they poll against him. And, what he did is he did the right thing a couple of years ago on something like this. And he got hurt by his party. And it doesn't, I don't think it matters to him. I think he's just so dead that he'll do anything. I think they could just stay out forever. I mean, to be honest with you. Now, what we're doing is we're cutting Democrat programs that we didn't want because, they made one mistake. They didn't realize that gives me the right to cut programs that Republicans never wanted, giveaways, welfare programs, etc. And we're doing that, and we're cutting them permanently.
And as Democrats embarrass themselves with one bizarre performative stunt, one after another, Senate Majority Leader Thune ripped into the left for their latest stunts. He told FoxNews.com in an interview, quote, "I think there's a ton of dysfunction in the Democratic caucus, and I think this rally this weekend is triggering a lot of this." So how are Democrats trying to spin their shutdown disaster? They, of course, want to blame Trump. Blame Republicans, despite the fact they are the ones voting to shut down the government. The Republicans, they want a clean CR, keep government spending at current levels while they negotiate. And they're telling you not to believe your lying eyes. In other words, they think we're stupid. Listen to what House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries had to say.
We need to reopen the government, and we need to reopen the government now. Part of the problem is that House Republicans are nowhere to be found. Literally have been on vacation for 3 consecutive weeks.
Wow. So y'all forgot that y'all left
for 3 consecutive weeks. They are in the
This is
legislative
crazy. Democrats are tripping.
program.
All Democrats came to Illinois
The House already
when it came down to the first other vote before, I think over the summer.
The government goes against every single solitary position.
Yeah, for Texas, when it came to the redistricting, they all abandoned the ship again.
The Schumer shutdown.
They always abandoned the ship to Democrats.
He is scared to death
When it came to redistricting, they abandoned the ship. When it comes to the government shutdown, they bogus, man. They evil.
He is desperately trying to appease all
They
of
are
them
evil.
to cling on to perceived power. He has none. They're in charge. He is leader in name only. The radical base organizing more, these No Kings protests all across the country tomorrow. By the way, I have a bad feeling.
Thanks for
about
joining
this, and I
in.
hope
Appreciate
I'm
it.
wrong. One of which Chucky is actually attending. I'm sure he's going
Like
to be
and
well
subscribe.
received. Take a listen.
The vast majority of Americans want to preserve this democracy. And the No Kings rally says that in a very strong way. I will join the marchers to celebrate what makes this country so great.
Well, I haven't finalized my schedule for the weekend, given the sensitivities around the government shutdown. But I support the right of every single American to participate in the rallies that are going to take place
Thanks
this
for
week.
joining in. Like and subscribe.
And showing up to express dissent against an out-of-control administration. That's as American as motherhood, baseball, and apple pie.
Now, yesterday, the White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt called out Democrats for their unwavering allegiance to this new radical wing of the Democratic Party. Take a look.
The Democrat Party's main constituency are made up of Hamas terrorists, illegal aliens, and violent criminals. That is who the Democrat Party is catering to, not the Trump administration and not the White House and not the Republican Party, who is standing up for law-abiding Americans, not just across the country, but around the world.
Now, these comments prompted this unhinged meltdown from the House Minority Leader.
Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe.
You got Caroline Leavitt, who's sick. She's out of control. And I'm not sure whether she's just demented, ignorant, stone cold
Thanks for
liar,
subscribing.
or all
Appreciate
of the
that.
above.
Thanks for the likes.
But the notion that an official White House spokesperson would say that the Democratic Party consists of terrorists, violent criminals, and undocumented immigrants, this makes no sense. that this is what the American people are getting from the Trump administration in the middle of a shutdown.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not.
Play another video for you guys. This is Sky News, Australia. Let's see something. Lefties losing it. Yeah, Rita be coming with it.
Let's start the week with some cringe content courtesy of Hollywood. Here is Jeff Bridges on Jimmy Kimmel's
Thanks for joining in, like and subscribe. Appreciate it.
Dude character. It does not go well.
And, yeah, ICE. Let's get ICE off our streets and into our this aggression will not stand.
I'm on iHeartRadio and also Spotify as well.
So let's just abide together. Yes, we can do this. Now that's just like my opinion, but it's a good one.
That's a pretty great opinion right there. Thank you.
You can see why Jimmy Kimmel's
I'm gonna
ratings
start going
are
live more
circling the
often.
drain
I appreciate
after
you guys
that
joining in.
suspension bump. Not only is he miserable, unfunny, and cringe,
Appreciate
but
that.
so are his guests. And talking about miserable and unfunny, let's check in on alleged comic Trevor Noah, who decided he was going to make jokes about
So for the weekends, I'll go live
and he did that
after
by
6.
lying about it. He might think
Friday,
this is
Saturday, and
edgy,
Sunday, I
but
go
it's
live
just
after 6
trash,
p.m.
unfunny, dumb trash, lacking any wit or insight.
I wasn't going to say anything about Charlie Cook, but don't. There's nothing funny about it. Oh, now you tested me. I mean, there's nothing funny about it.
During the weekday, Monday through Thursday, I go live twice.
No, don't say that, because as a comedian, I'm sure there's something funny
I go
about
live
it.
12 and 6, Monday through Thursday.
While defending guns. Do you understand? I'm not even writing that as a joke. As a human, you have to admit that is an incongruous, funny thing that happens. You are there, you're like on stage, you're like, let me tell you why people should have guns.
Thank you.
What a pitiful jerk. And for the record, Charlie wasn't killed defending the Second Amendment. He was murdered as he was about to answer a question about trans killers, about trans activists committing acts of violence. But Trevor Noah didn't make that point, did he? If he wanted to talk about irony, he could have talked about the fact that Charlie was allegedly murdered by a trans activist in a relationship.
Thanks for joining in, like and
who is
subscribe.
trans,
Thank you.
who murdered Charlie as he was answering a question about trans violence. Trevor Noah doesn't have the guts to do that. He just plays
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday,
leftists
after
as a
6
crowd
p.m.,
who
I'll
don't
go
want to
live.
laugh. They want to applaud right-on comments.
Thanks for
like
joining in.
trained
Appreciate
seals.
it. Like and
Now
subscribe.
let's talk about awfuls, affluent, white,
Monday and
female
Thursday,
leftists. They're a growing
12 p.m. and
problem
6
and they
p.m.
dominate
I'll go
Democrat
live twice.
ranks. Yes, there is something wrong with Democrat
During the
women,
week.
and it runs a lot deeper than the craziness of the squad. Let's look at the woman who is the front runner to be the most powerful in America. She's the front runner to be the next governor of California. Here's a brief highlights package of her meltdown on CBS recently.
How would I need them in order to win?
Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it.
60% of the vote. You think you'll get 60%? You don't I feel like this is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question? It's the do you need them to win part that I don't understand. I'm happy to answer the question as you have it written, and I'll answer. What I'm saying to you is that, well, to those voters, okay, so you... I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Thank you. You're not going to do the interview with us? Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask. Every other candidate has answered. I don't care. I don't care.
Yep, that's Katie Porter, and she's leading in the polls to
Wow.
take over California, the 4th biggest economy.
Thanks for
in
joining
the
in.
world.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.
Meltdown will change things, but she's been unhinged for a long time. Here she is berating a staff member for getting in her shot.
If we don't electrify our transportation sector, then we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely to air pollution and other problems, and the state could lose. Get out of my shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually correct. It's not that it's electric vehicles, it's that if we don't meet the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe. Trying to get there.
And let's hear this
I'm a
election
rookie
night
at this,
story from
so
Katie
I appreciate you
Porter
guys joining in.
involving her young daughter.
I really appreciate
So on
it.
election night, I went to pick up my daughter
Like and
from
subscribe.
water polo
Thank you.
practice,
Trying to get
and
there.
she's 12, and she got in the car and she was crying. She said, Mom, Trump won. Trump's going to win. And what if I get raped and I need to have an abortion? This is from a 12-year-old, my 12-year-old daughter. And so it was really a reminder of how scary this time is for people.
Oh, Katie, you brought your family to this. That was a mistake, because we're now going to check in on what happened during your divorce proceedings. Yes, Katie's ex-husband, Matthew Hoffman, detailed that the Democrat frequently abused him and threw all sorts of things at him during their marriage. She once shattered
That's
a
crazy.
glass coffee pot on their kitchen counter when she felt their house wasn't clean enough. The ex-husband also said she would not let me have a cell phone because she said, "You're too effing dumb to operate it." And most incredibly, he said that Kate Porter once became so incensed by the way he was making mashed potatoes that she raised a ceramic bowl of steaming hot potatoes and dumped them on his head, burning his scalp.
Wow.
She's the front runner to be the governor of California. Goodness me, Democrats are slow learners. And talking about slow learners, let's check in with ABC. Let's have a look at Vice President J.D. Vance absolutely demolishing George Stephanopoulos. The long-term Democrat operative turned ABC News anchor did not see this coming, and his reaction to it was to abruptly end the interview. This is certainly a lefty losing it.
I don't know what tape
Lefty
you're
losing
referring
it.
to, George. I saw media reports that Tom
Thanks for the
Homan
like
accepted a
and
bribe.
subscribe. Thanks for
There's no
joining
evidence
in.
of that.
Appreciate
Here's,
it.
George, why
Appreciate it.
fewer and fewer people watch your program and why you're losing credibility, because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. Meanwhile, low-income women can't get food because the Democrats and Chuck Schumer have shut down the government. Right now, we're trying to figure
Thanks
out
for
how to
subscribing. Appreciate
because
it.
Chuck Schumer has shut down the government. You were focused on a bogus story. You're insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong, instead of focusing on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down. Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio.
Slow down, George.
FBI in September 2024.
Breathe, George.
Answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No, George, I said that I don't.
Up next.
Damn.
Now let's check in with CNN. They're trying hard to cope
That's
with the
petty.
reality that the man they and the left has branded as some sort of modern-day Hitler is actually hugely popular in the only Jewish state. There are thank you messages on the beaches of Tel Aviv. There are thank you messages in the leading newspapers of Israel. The nation, its people, are grateful to a leader who has brought their hostages home and brought peace to the region. They're wearing Trump hats in the Knesset, the Israeli parliament, hats that say Trump, the peace president. And CNN had to acknowledge that there were plenty of MAGA caps being worn in Hostage Square.
And of course, endless applause for President Trump. Endless applause for President Trump.
And when I was there, I even saw people wearing Make America Great Again hats in that crowd over at Hostage Square.
But yet, despite all that, despite the fact that world leaders were jumping on planes within minutes of notice to be in the Middle East for this announcement, CNN anchor Jake Tapper, you know, the dude who noticed Joe Biden's cognitive decline only after he stopped being the Democrat candidate, well, yes, Jake tries to downplay the enormity of this peace deal.
Obviously, blessed are the peacemakers indeed, but it is worth pointing out this is a ceasefire deal, right? This is not a larger peace deal about a Palestinian state of any sort and who gets to rule.
Thanks for the likes. Thanks for subscribing. Really appreciate it.
Security guarantees, how and all that. That is still
Trying to get to 500 or more.
I mean, yes, but because
Yes, but a part of that is that yes,
Getting there. I'm getting there.
there.
Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much.
Was a ceasefire and the release of the
I'm
hostages.
gonna go live
and also
more
the release
often.
of
I see.
Palestinian prisoners.
Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday after 6. I'm gonna go live.
But not surprising. And let's stick with
Monday
CNN to have another
through Thursday,
Christian
12 p.m. and 6 p.m. I'm
having
gonna
to
go
issue
live.
an apology.
So it'll be twice a day.
Comments suggesting
Weekend
the Israeli
after
hostages
6.
were treated better than Gazans.
But I regret also saying that
Really
they
appreciate
might
you
have
guys
been
joining in.
treated better
Thank
than
you.
many Gazans
Like and
because
subscribe.
Hamas used these hostages as pawns and bargaining chips. But that was insensitive and it was wrong. From speaking to many former hostages and their families, like everyone, I've been horrified at what Hamas has subjected them to.
Yes, it was insensitive and wrong, CNN. Also wrong was not to keep this deranged Democrat accountable. Here is Jason Crow refusing to give any credit to Donald Trump for the peace deal.
How much credit does President Trump deserve for this remarkable agreement?
Well, this does need to end the terrible, terrible tragedy we've seen the last couple of years. It's been awful. I don't trust Donald Trump. There's no reason to trust Donald Trump. But I, of course, work with any administration that wants to achieve those things.
CNN.
Democrats are so bitter and petty, aren't they? And so are many of the journalists. And is it any wonder that Donald Trump is telling them precisely what he thinks of them and their activism masquerading as impartial news reporting? Here he is with a rather polite takedown of a Politico reporter.
Are you considering walking that back?
Who are you with?
Damn.
Politico, Dasha Burns, sir.
Politico's gone bad. They've been so wrong about everything. Politico has been so wrong about everything. Let's get somebody else to ask them some questions. You mind?
Damn.
Politico's fake news.
Now, one has to wonder whether this incredible achievement by Donald Trump will lead to a cure for
Thanks for joining in. Like and
Trump
subscribe.
derangement
Appreciate
syndrome.
it. Thank you for joining
Here is
in.
TDS sufferer and pretend token conservative on The View, Elisa Farah. She promised to wear a MAGA cap on the show, on The View, if Trump got the hostages out. Remember this?
My point when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic, it's not changing a tune. It's not making every single thing a 5-alarm fire. Yeah. If he does good, if he gets the Israeli hostages out, I promise I will wear a MAGA hat for one day on the show and say, thank you for doing it. She'll knock it right off my...
Well, she lied. She didn't wear the cap. We had someone check. Are we surprised? I'm not. Now, before we move on to more cases of incurable TDS, let's check in with what is happening in Virginia. Now, there is something wrong, terribly wrong with the modern Democrat woman. It's not just the squad. There are so many exhibiting signs of lunacy, signs of hysteria and indecency, unable to call out the most reprehensible of behaviours. Watch Virginia Lieutenant
Thanks for the
Governor
likes.
Winsome Earl Sears.
Thanks for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
She questions
I'm
Abigail
start going live more
Spanberger
often. I see. I
about
appreciate you
why
guys
she
joining
hasn't
in.
asked Jay
Appreciate it.
Jones, the
The
Democrat
chats,
nominee for Attorney General,
the
to
likes and
step
subscribing. Thank
down
you guys.
after his vile behaviour was exposed. Now, watch this. It's quite chilling.
That's why I'm wondering why my opponent won't say beyond its abhorrent and disgusting,
I do YouTube shorts too. I did YouTube shorts to this video here.
and that he must leave the race because Jay
Abigail didn't say nothing the whole entire
murder,
time.
Abigail, the murder of a man, a former speaker, as well as his children who were 2 and 5 years old. You have little girls. What would it take him pulling the trigger? Is that what would do it?
Abigail,
And you would
say something.
he
Look.
needs to get out of the
Ooh,
race. Abigail,
something. Blink.
you have nothing to say? Abigail, what if he said it about your 3 children? Is that when you would say he should get out of the race, Abigail?
Wow.
You're running to be governor.
Wow. She didn't say nothing. That's crazy.
Face, a smirk. If that isn't disqualifying, then
That is
I
straight
don't know
evil.
what is. Virginia votes for that. If leftists want to stand behind that
Thanks for
woman
joining
instead
in.
of
Like and
Winsome
subscribe.
Sears, then they deserve everything they get. Now, let's get back to examining whether TDS, even some of the worst cases of TDS, can be cured. I'm not convinced.
Thanks
but
for the
I've gotta
like.
say,
Appreciate
Bill Maher
that.
gives me a little bit of hope. He suffered from a severe case for years. Yes, Bill Maher, despite being occasionally sensible, suffered from stage 4 TDS and did everything in his power to ensure Donald Trump would not be re-elected. He was right there with loony Robert De Niro spewing absolute craziness.
If he wins the election,
Wow. Thanks for the like. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Name is Deunta.
things that happen that none of us can imagine. That's what happens in that kind of a dictatorship, which is what he says. Let's believe him, take him at his word.
I did from the beginning. Yeah. I mean, I said from the very beginning, this guy is never going to concede power, and he still hasn't. No. He still hasn't. He just admitted he lost the last election, and he advertises that he will go on.
But Bill Maher's had a recovery, somewhat of a recovery that was turbocharged when Kid Rock organised a dinner with the president. Now he is singing his praises and trying to make other TDS sufferers see sense. Here he is with Hollywood actor William H. Macy.
Thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys subscribing.
Give your respect.
Thank you guys for the likes. Trying to get to 500 or more and subscribe. Appreciate it.
For enormous success.
Thank you guys. I'm almost there. Getting there. Thank you guys. I'm very humble. I'm grateful. Appreciate it.
A lot of people did.
And he's... I can't deny the success.
I can't either.
Yeah.
Yes, he is the President, William H. Macy, and you've certainly come a long way from the days when you were having little tantrums about Donald Trump, telling anyone who would listen how much you loathe the president. You even used your Screen Actors Guild Award.
Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. Man, it's growing. It's growing. Thank you.
To the White House. These are all the...
Wow. Thank you guys, man. Thanks for the love, man.
Did you give him that? And he
Thanks
signed
for the
it for you?
love.
Correct.
That's brilliant.
I know.
So again, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday after 6
What a
p.m.
signature.
I'll go live
That's
for
one of
you
the best
guys.
signatures of
Monday through Thursday, I'll go
Now,
live
to one
twice
of
for you
the
guys.
worst
12 p.m.
TDS
and
cases
6 p.m.
ever, this man has completely
guys.
trashed his
Appreciate
own
it.
reputation. That's Sam Harris. Even he was eating humble pie this week.
Hope you guys can hear me. I'm not talking about the videos going on. Appreciate you guys.
You believe would have happened under a President Harris.
It pains me somewhat to admit this, but yes, he's certainly been good for the Middle East and for Israel in a way that I don't think there was any reason to expect Harris to be good. And Biden certainly wasn't good, apart from the first few weeks after October 7th, or maybe a couple of months after October 7th.
Yeah, Sam Harris eating humble pie is a joyous moment, but he's still fully afflicted with TDS.
Thanks for joining in.
It wasn't
Appreciate
long
it.
ago when he was saying crazy stuff like this. Of all the conspiracy theories, he latched onto this one.
This just could be based on a faulty intuition about ballistics, but I'm surprised that a rifle round making any degree of contact with an ear wouldn't do more damage. I think a shattered piece of shrapnel from a teleprompter is far more likely.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. Thank you.
I would have used stronger words than silly, but it's far from the dumbest or craziest thing that Sam Harris has said about Donald Trump. Remember this rant?
At that point, Hunter Biden literally could have had the corpses of children in his basement. I would not have cared, right? It's like there's nothing. First of all, it's Hunter Biden, right? It's not Joe Biden. But even if whatever scope of Joe Biden's corruption is, like if we could just go down that rabbit hole endlessly and understand that he's getting kickbacks from Hunter Biden's deals in Ukraine or wherever else, right, or China, it is infinitesimal compared to the corruption we know Trump is involved in. It's like a firefly to the sun.
Wow.
Just utterly unhinged, and you saw Constantine kissing at the end of that clip. I wonder if he was thinking of Sam Harris when he posted this yesterday. He wrote, "It's time for people with Trump derangement syndrome to admit they were wrong. Sam Harris may be too far gone. He is, after all, too broken with TDS. He's gone from an intellectual to a caricature, a dumb person's idea of a smart person. But there is hope for others, including actress Frances Barber, who posted this on X. She said, "I had TDS and I'm now eating my words." Bravo, Frances.
Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
A woman who most certainly does not have TDS is the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize winner, Maria Corina Machado. Now, we all know why Trump didn't get the award. It had nothing to do with deadlines. He should have got it in his first term for the Abraham Accords. But this year's winner dedicated the award to the president. This is a gracious woman. Hopefully, she'll be the next president of Venezuela.
And they decided to dedicate it to President Trump because he deserves it. Because not only has he been involved in only a few months in solving 8 wars, but his actions have been decisive to have Venezuela now at a threshold of freedom after 26 years of tyranny that had destroyed the lives of millions of Venezuela, destabilized the region, and undermined institutions in the United States, because having Venezuela as a safe haven of the enemies of the United States and using our territory and our resources to hurt the American people and American institutions is certainly a threat to the national security of the United States and the security of the hemisphere. But President Trump has been very clear, courageous in terms of dismantling this criminal structure. And on behalf of the Venezuelan people, I reaffirmed our gratitude and our commitment to this cause for the whole America. So I insist he deserves it.
Thanks for the like. Thanks for the like. Appreciate it.
Uniformly white folk take to the streets to resist Trump, to resist his law and order efforts. The communities afflicted with violent crime are seeing a real change, a positive change. Listen to this lady in Memphis.
Some of y'all might get mad at me. And at this point, I don't give a damn. I'm not into politics. I'm not into all of that extra stuff that people be losing their life over. I ain't into all that. We human. Whatever. But I will say thank you to Trump for bringing these National Guards and doing what they doing down here in Memphis right now. You know, for the first time in 5 years. I've been in my home for 5 years. And for the first time, my kids have been able to play in the backyard and be able to do it comfortably. I haven't heard a gunshot in 2 weeks. I haven't seen strange people walk up and down the street. Just a few weeks ago, I had somebody walk on the side of my house. None of that action's going on. I haven't seen no young YNs at the stove posted. I haven't seen an Infinity fly past me in weeks. I'm sitting on my porch right now, and I'm watching kids outside playing. People outside walking with their kids, stuff I ain't never seen before living in my neighborhood. But all because we feel safe.
People outside walking with their kids. She's never seen that before in her neighborhood. Think about that.
That's crazy.
And she's not alone. People have seen an immediate impact. The criminals are scared. The law-abiding folk are out reclaiming their neighborhoods.
All I want to say is, Trump, you're doing your big thing, man. We got the kids back outside on their bikes. The lawnmower's back going, the dog's back barking. Memphis is looking real good out here, man. Hey, man, you did your big one, man. Appreciate you for helping cleaning up Memphis.
Fool, I ain't gonna care when I say this, bro. But since they brought the National Guard down to Memphis, I ain't heard no screeching tires out late at night. I ain't heard no gunshots.
Now, you know you're winning when Saturday Night Live tries to mock you, but just ends up making you look cooler. Here is SNL recreating Pam Bondi testifying before the Senate Judiciary Committee.
You said Donald Trump listens to...
Got to say, Tina Fey's Christine Noem isn't bad, though the writing could do with some work.
Our government agents are working without pay. Luckily, my boys at ICE don't mind. They're in it for the love of the game. And how did I find them? By running ads like this. Do you need a job now? Yeah. Are you a big tough guy? Yeah. Tough enough for the army or police? No. But do you take supplements that you bought at a gas station? Daily.
Yep, the look is on point, but the writing is a bit lame. Let's look at a clip an ex-user put together to improve that skit.
They're in it for the love of the game. And how did I find them? By running ads like this.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, let's see.
It's time for Lefties Losing It, and we've avoided them all week, but alas, I can no longer ignore the weapon-grade lunacy of The View. The ladies have had another bad week. Well, there are
We'll find one more video for you guys, and after that, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed. I got to work in the morning. Have one more good video for you guys. Let's see. Put a little meme.
First of all, a person who is very politically powerful, who is about to become one of the most powerful law enforcement officers in the country, that person seriously wishing for political violence and political assassination is 1,000 times worse than what a bunch of young people, a bunch of kids say in a group chat, however offensive it might be. That's just reality. And if you allow yourself to be distracted by this person's incredible endorsement, disgusting endorsement of political assassination by focusing on what kids are saying in a group chat, grow up. I'm sorry. Focus on the real issues. Don't focus on what kids say in group chats. But there's another angle to this that I just have to be honest about. I mean, I'm like an old guy. When I'm 41 years old, I have 3 kids. I grew up in a different world, right? Where not most of the stupid things that I did when I was a teenager and a young adult, they're not on the internet. Like, I'm going to tell my kids, especially my boys, don't put things on the internet. Like, be careful with what you post. If you put something in a group chat, assume that some scumbag is going to leak it in an effort to try to cause you harm or cause your family harm. But the reality is that kids do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes. Like, that's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a stupid joke, telling a very offensive, stupid joke, is cause to ruin their lives. And at some point, we're all going to have to say, enough of this BS. We're not going to allow the worst moment in a 21-year-old's group chat to ruin a kid's life for the rest of time. That's just not okay. Like, we live in a digital world. This stuff is now etched in stone online. We're all going to have to say, you know what? No. We're not doing this. We're not canceling kids because they do something stupid in a group chat the next day.
J.D. Vance is married to a brown woman. He has mixed race children.
Wow.
And that is his response to this. Horrible racism. It's beyond locker room talk. I'm a
CNN
white
trash.
woman who's lived in a red state my entire life. And I can tell you, when I'm around white people, they test the racist water. They test it on people like you all the time. And they'll try to say off-color things. I put my hand up. It absolutely happens, and you're fortunate that maybe you haven't experienced it.
Can I just say, literally this August, a white person said the N-word in front of me.
So what?
And the vice president of the United States.
Really good.
These were not horrible. These were grown men.
Some of them are 40 years old.
If they
some of them are
committed
women.
a crime, they would be prosecuted as adults. They were not children.
Well, look,
they're not stupid kids. They can
They're not
vote.
kids.
They're not kids. And
Can I just say, literally this August, a white person said the N-word.
Okay, so what?
Pay attention to me!
Trump had a very special visitor at the White House.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
please.
Following up on that, when you
I heard
say
you say your CNN fake news. Go ahead.
We will organize the American people around the concept that all people
Thanks for the likes. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it.
Senator, would you include the 11 million on documentary?
Absolutely. Absolutely. When I talk about healthcare being a human right, last time I heard that undocumented people are human beings as well. That means we're going to make our public colleges and universities tuition free and open that to the undocumented as well.
Government is a greedy piglet that suckles on a taxpayer's teat until they have sore, chapped nipples.
But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
Nigga.
I interrupted something important?
Impossible. I work for the government.
Hilarious. Let's see. Like it. This will be the last one, you guys. Then I'm going to go to bed. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow after 6. This will be the last one for the night. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for liking and subscribing.
Well, some people have actually said I was the most qualified candidate ever to run for president.
Yeah, right. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it.
Concerned about the new January 6th committee finding you liable for that day? Why did you refuse the National Guard?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I record after 6 p.m. I'll go
I did
live.
not refuse the National Guard. The
Monday through
president
Thursday,
didn't
I'll
send
go
it. Why are
live.
you coming here with Republican talking
12 p.m. and
points
6
as if you're
p.m.
a serious journalist?
The American people want to know. We still have
Thanks
questions.
for showing the love. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Gotcha, bitch.
The government started laying off workers today.
Yes, very sad. Anyway, it got me thinking.
But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president. Listen, I had to focus. I was the hunted, and now I'm the hunter.
Hilarious. All right, you guys. Thanks for joining in. I really appreciate it. Thanks for joining in. Like and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate it. Good night.